On the vast expanse of the Salisbury Plain, where the wind whispers tales of ages past, Stonehenge stands as a silent circle of colossal stones, a majestic and awe-inspiring sight against the horizon. These stones have stood for millennia, shrouded in ancient mystery, a puzzle that continues to captivate and intrigue. For millennia, these stones have captivated us, drawing us in with their silent grandeur and enduring presence. They stand as a testament to a time long past, challenging our understanding of the distant past and beckoning us to unravel its secrets. What stories do these stones hold? Why was it built, this magnificent structure that defies simple explanation? Who gathered here, within this sacred space, and what rituals did they perform under the watchful gaze of the sun and stars? And, most intriguingly, a question that has haunted researchers for centuries: how did they achieve such a feat of engineering without wheels or metal tools, moving and raising stones that weigh more than modern machinery can handle? Stonehenge is more than a pile of rocks. It's a carefully constructed marvel. It's a precisely aligned astronomical observatory, a calendar etched in stone, marking the passage of seasons and the cycles of the cosmos. It's also a sacred burial ground, a place where the remains of ancestors were laid to rest, and a place of immense social importance, a hub for gatherings, ceremonies, and the forging of community bonds. Walking among these giants, feeling the rough texture of the stones beneath your fingertips, you sense the weight of history and the enduring connection to our ancestors, a link that stretches back through the millennia. The central puzzle has always been logistics. The sheer scale of the undertaking is mind-boggling. How did prehistoric people quarry, transport, and erect stones weighing many tons, moving them across vast distances and raising them to the heavens? Archaeologists now reveal a story not of magic or supernatural intervention, but of human ingenuity, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of a shared goal. And a community united by a monumental vision, a testament to what can be achieved when people work together towards a common purpose. As we peel back the layers of time, carefully examining the evidence left behind, we discover that Stonehenge is a testament to the extraordinary power of human cooperation, a symbol of our collective ability to create lasting monuments that transcend generations. Beyond the imposing sarsen stones that define Stonehenge's skyline, a deeper, more enigmatic chapter awaits. While the sarsens command attention with their sheer size, Stonehenge's true mystery, its most compelling secret, lies with the blue stones. These stones whisper tales of distant lands and ancient journeys. They are smaller, striking rocks, immediately distinguishable by their unique bluish-gray hue, a color that sets them apart from the surrounding landscape. These stones are not just any rocks, they are geologically unique, their specific composition tying them exclusively to the rugged terrain of the Preseli Hills in West Wales, a land far removed from the plains of Wiltshire. They are definitively not local to Wiltshire, the very ground upon which Stonehenge stands. This begs the question, how did they get here? Modern geology, with its advanced tools and techniques, has painstakingly pinpointed their exact origins, tracing them back to specific locations within the Preseli Hills. Specifically, to the rocky outcrops of Carngodog and Craig Rossi Felin, sites now recognized as the ancient quarries from which these stones were hewn. The journey from these Welsh hills to the Salisbury Plain spans at least 180 miles, a considerable distance in any era, but especially so in prehistoric times. This journey would have traversed dense forests, crossed fast-flowing rivers, and navigated rugged terrain, presenting immense logistical challenges. The deliberate selection of these particular stones, followed by their arduous transport over such a vast distance, strongly suggests that they held a deep and profound significance for the people who moved them, a significance that transcended mere practicality. Perhaps their significance was spiritual, linked to ancestral beliefs, or associated with healing properties attributed to the stones themselves. The blue stones weren't simply raw building materials to be used in the construction of a monument, they were sacred objects in their own right, imbued with a value that justified the immense effort required to bring them to Stonehenge. Their very presence at Stonehenge hints at a powerful and enduring connection between the communities of Wales and Wiltshire, possibly reflecting large-scale migration patterns, organized pilgrimages to a sacred site, or a shared cultural heritage that bound these distant regions together. These blue stones mark not just a construction project, but the first major phase of Stonehenge's construction, a pivotal moment in its long and complex history. They embody the ambition, the ingenuity, and the deeply held beliefs of its builders, offering a glimpse into their worldview. The Bluestones' remarkable journey is a testament to the organizational capabilities and social cohesion of a society capable of conceiving and organizing one of the ancient world's most ambitious and enduring projects. A project that continues to captivate and inspire awe today. They are more than just stones. They are the very heart of the Stonehenge story, a story etched in stone and spanning millennia. For years, a spirited debate raged within archaeological circles and beyond, all centered on a fascinating question. How did the Bluestones, those enigmatic pillars of Stonehenge, manage to reach Salisbury Plain? The very presence of these stones, so far from their origin, sparked intense speculation and competing theories. Was it the relentless force of nature, a product of geological processes, or the deliberate, painstaking effort of human hands that brought these megaliths to their final resting place? This fundamental question lay at the heart of the mystery. The glacial transport theory, a compelling explanation, suggested that during the last ice age, massive glaciers, like colossal conveyor belts, had carried the stones all the way from the Preseli Hills in Wales, effectively depositing them, along with other debris, in the vicinity of what would eventually become Stonehenge. This idea offered a seemingly simple solution to the logistical nightmare of moving such massive rocks across vast distances without the aid of advanced tools or technologies, making it an appealing and widely accepted explanation for many years. Alternatively, a rival theory, the human transport theory, proposed that Neolithic people, driven by purpose and ingenuity, deliberately quarried and transported the Bluestones themselves, undertaking a monumental task. This ambitious undertaking would have necessitated immense planning, meticulous organization, and a significant investment of manpower, strongly suggesting the existence of a sophisticated and highly organized society capable of coordinating such a complex project. Supporters of the glacial theory often pointed to the presence of erratic rocks, scattered across various parts of Britain, as evidence of glacial activity, while archaeologists favoring human transport noted the deliberate and careful concentration of Bluestones specifically at the Stonehenge site, arguing that such a purposeful arrangement seemed far too intentional and precise to be the result of a random glacial deposit. If glaciers had indeed delivered the stones to Salisbury Plain, wouldn't one expect to find them scattered more randomly and widely across the landscape, rather than neatly arranged in a specific location? The fundamental question remained unanswered, a persistent archaeological puzzle. Were the Bluestones a serendipitous gift of nature, sculpted by ice and time, or were they the tangible result of one of prehistory's most remarkable and ambitious engineering feats, a testament to human ingenuity and determination? Resolving this ancient mystery would require uncovering new evidence, re-examining existing data, and taking a fresh, unbiased look at the clues left behind by those who came before us. The stage was now set for a potential breakthrough, a moment of clarity that could finally illuminate the truth behind the Bluestones of Stonehenge. The breakthrough came from a fresh analysis of the Madewell boulder, a bluestone fragment found near Stonehenge. Using advanced chemical fingerprinting, scientists matched its composition precisely to Craig Rossi Feline in the Preseli Hills. This wasn't just a general match, it pinpointed the exact quarry used by Neolithic builders. The Madewell boulder, a discarded piece of worked stone, provided a direct link between Stonehenge and its Welsh origins. If glaciers had carried the stones, they would have brought a random mix from many locations, not just these specific quarries. The odds of a glacier delivering only stones from two precise outcrops are astronomically small. The evidence pointed to deliberate human selection and transport. The Madewell boulder became the smoking gun, dismantling the glacial theory. It showed that Stonehenge's builders chose their stones with intention and purpose. Human hands, not ice, brought the Bluestones to Salisbury Plain. The chemical match was just one piece of overwhelming evidence for human transport. If glaciers had shaped the landscape, we'd see glacial till and striations, yet none exist around Stonehenge. Only specific types of bluestone are present, not the random mix a glacier would leave. At the Welsh quarries, archaeologists found stone tools, hearths, and constructed platforms, clear signs of Neolithic quarrying. Radiocarbon dating ties these activities to the era of Stonehenge's construction. The quarries resemble ancient construction sites, designed for extracting and moving massive stones. The evidence forms a clear narrative: deliberate selection, quarrying, and transport by organized human effort. The verdict is clear: Our ancestors, not glaciers, brought the stones to Stonehenge. It's a story of ingenuity, planning, and determination. So how did they do it? The answer: simple machines, teamwork, and resourcefulness. Stones were levered onto wooden sledges, then hauled by teams of people. 10 to 30 per stone, depending on weight. Wooden rollers or lubricated tracks eased the journey, but hills and rough terrain posed major challenges. Ropes made from plant fibers or leather helped pull and control the sledges, especially on slopes. The process was slow, requiring coordination and rhythm, likely accompanied by chants and shouts. Waterways may have played a crucial role. Stones could be floated on rafts or lashed canoes along rivers and coasts. This route reduced overland distance but introduced risks like storms and capsizing. Once near Salisbury Plain, stones were hauled overland for the final stretch. Every step required planning, adaptation, and communal effort. The builders used every available resource, wood, water, and muscle, to achieve their goal. It was a triumph of Neolithic engineering. The scale of Stonehenge's construction is staggering. Bluestones weighed 2 to 4 tons each, like moving 2 cars, and there were about 80 of them. The larger sarsen stones, brought from 20 miles away, weighed up to 30 tons, 5 African elephants. Moving even one was a feat, moving dozens was monumental. The journey for the bluestones spanned at least 180 miles through wild, unpaved terrain. Modern experiments show how difficult this was. Teams today struggle to move even 1-ton stones a few miles. Quarrying, shaping, and transporting the stones required skill, patience, and a huge workforce. The entire process likely took years, even generations, involving much of the local population. This was a society-wide effort, driven by a vision that transcended individual lifetimes. The builders weren't just creating a monument, they were forging a legacy for future generations. Stonehenge stands as a testament to their faith, endurance, and unity. Stonehenge wasn't built overnight. It evolved over at least 1,500 years. The first phase, around 3000 BC, was an earthwork enclosure with a ditch, bank, and pits, possibly for timber posts or early bluestones. Around 2500 BC, the bluestones arrived from Wales, forming the first stone circle and transforming the site's significance. Later, the massive sarsen stones were brought from the Marlborough Downs, shaped with precision, and erected in the iconic outer circle and inner horseshoe. Mortise and tenon joints, borrowed from woodworking, held the stones together. The bluestones were rearranged into their current positions, and minor changes continued for centuries. Each phase reflects a living monument, constantly evolving to meet the needs and beliefs of its community. Stonehenge was a dynamic ceremonial center, its power and significance enduring for over a millennium. Decades of research and modern science have settled the debate. Neolithic people quarried and transported the bluestones from Wales to Stonehenge. The story is one of sledges, ropes, rafts, and immense collective effort, not glaciers. Yet many mysteries remain. Why those stones? What made the Preseli Hills so special? Were the stones believed to heal, or did they symbolize ancestral identity? Details of the journey, workforce, and rituals are still being uncovered. Stonehenge continues to yield its secrets slowly, balancing what we know with what we can only imagine. It stands as a symbol of human